Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin, where as promised, I have a new quilting tutorial for you today. Before I get into that, allow me to tell you a little bit about myself in case this is the first time you have found my channel. My channel, Cottage Designs by Erin, is based on my Etsy store of the same name, which is where I make and sell custom-made doll clothing and also things for your home like pillows and quilts. But I haven't been sewing home items for a long time. I basically have focused on the doll clothes. Today I went out thrifting. Please watch my latest short showing you all the fabulous finds that I located today in another town over, including, you're not going to believe it, a $50 quilting sewing machine. I looked it up when I got home. It was worth $300 on eBay, so I went ahead and snagged it just in case I need a backup machine. It also had a big bunch of stitches on it that my machine may not have, and so I thought it was the find of all finds today. But that's not what we're here for. We are here to talk about how to make a new quilt. I have this beautiful pattern, which is vintage. I don't know if it has the year on it. Let me see. Here's what the finished product will look like. And it is called Mama's Strawberry Pie. I only found one copy of this on eBay, but you won't need the pattern if you follow my directions. I will give you the idea how to put it together. Okay, so let me see. I still haven't found the date. Okay, so the directions are only 2 pages long, so that's a deal. All right, so this has a template piece in it, but you're not going to need this if you have the Easy Dresden template. This is the 5-inch wedge on the Easy Dresden. You can buy the Easy Dresden template by Darlene Zimmerman on eBay. So this is the 5-inch piece. All right, that's what you're going to use to make this design. Now, let's read some directions and see what's required of us. Let me move the camera to my hands. Here's the pattern itself. You may already have it. Okay, okay, we're talking about cutting strips. Cut each red print into a 5-inch strip times the width of the fabric. Cut 26 wedges. So let's underline that. Using an easy Dresden ruler or the pattern template included in the pattern. Lay the ruler over the strip, matching the 5-inch length. Cut the first wedge with a rotary cutter. Then turn the ruler the opposite direction to cut the next wedge. Okay, you guys know I'm not a rotary person. I'm a scissor girl. You will need 304 total wedges to make 8 rows, 38 wedges per row. Okay. Now, let's see what this will look like. First off, I have this big wad of red fabric here, and this is not even the half of it. In this big box from work, I have all of this red material. Now, how did I come across that? My friend Alita, who passed away in 2016, I inherited almost all of her quilting supplies. So I have my fabric and I have her fabric, and as we know, I like to thrift for fabric. So I'm always picking up more fabric. So before I started the video, I cut out one little piece here. Let me get some more out of here. I like this. Let's try this. This is pretty. So let me move the camera in my hands again. I still have not purchased a new rotary cutter. I've got one in mind that I want, and it's super expensive. It's like, I think $50 or maybe more. And It's by Creative something. It's a right or left-handed. It's by Sewology, which is under Creative something. It's right or left-handed, and it's weighted. So it's really heavy when you push. It doesn't just flop around because it's light. Okay, so you're going to get your ruler, and you're going to put it on the 5-inch mark. Let me turn this inside out because I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. And I don't want to ruin my fabric by writing on it. But anyway, so when I get a real rotary cutter, because the one I had was terrible, I will, I'm sure, use it. I just haven't splurged yet to buy that. Okay, so we're going to put our ruler on the 5-inch mark. And we want to get over as far as possible because we don't want to waste any fabric if we can help it. Okay, then when you're going to flip it the other direction, so to save fabric. There are all kinds of really cool patterns for that easy Dresden template. And why I can't say that? So basically this quilt is red, cream, and it does have a little bit of pink in there, just as you would expect with a strawberry pie. Okay, now we're going to get our pre-cut pieces. And when I've told you before, when I sew, I put my pieces either in a great big enormous jelly roll cake pan or a Longaberger bread basket to keep everything nice and neat. So we're going to get our first piece and we're going to flip the next piece upside down and we're going to sew them together, so on and so forth. This is how you make the main part of your quilt. So let's do that. Let's sew this together and see what it looks like. Oh, I'm on my cord. That's not helpful. I got caught in a tremendous downpour earlier. These are not the clothes I had on when I left the house. I had to go grocery shopping and a massive thunderstorm came up and I got caught out in it and basically got drenched. My groceries got soaking wet. And you know how it is when you have everything in boxes. Can't find my end cap for my sewing machine. Should be here somewhere. Anyway, it what's already on there, silly thing. It got I had a lot of drinks in boxes like Arizona tea, and my boxes got wet and everything started falling apart, and oh my, I had a mess. All right, so you're going to pin your pieces because if you notice they are at an angle. So you don't want it to shift around. And we're just going to do a 1/4 inch seam. And this would be our first piece. And then you would lay the next piece on. Which we're not going to use the same print, but you get the idea. You just lay it together, sew it, and keep going. All right, now let's see what the directions say about the sashing strips. So we know that we need 38 wedges going across, and they're going to be 5 inches long. Now let's see what it says about sashing strips. When you get to the end, you're going to cut your last piece in half so that it will align with your sashing strip. Now, cut 11 strips 2.5 inch wide. Piece to make 9 strips that measure 46 1/4 inches long, 54.5 inches long. Okay, so basically, I mean, we don't need to know all that. 2.5, 2.5. What's the borders? All right, guys, so here we go. So the big pieces at the bottom are going to be 5 1/4 inches wide, and then all these sashing strips in between are going to be 2.5 inches. So 38 wedges sewn across, 5 rows down, 2.5 inch borders. Okay, we're making 8 rows. 1 second, and I will write this down for you. And then you can screenshot it. $304 wedges. Eight rows of 38. 2.5 inch sashing, 5 1/4 inch top bottom sashing. Of course, you can make the same size you want. You don't have to go with what this says. The finished size of this is 60 1/4 by 64. All right, here are the directions in a nutshell. 304 wedges, 8 rows, 2.5 inch sashing strips, 5 1/4 inch top and bottom strips, and side strips. And again, this pattern, if you buy the pattern, it comes with the little wedge, or you can use this Easy Dresden and make a 5 inch wedge. 5 inch wedge. Let me put that on here. $304 pieces. That's a lot to cut out. You might want to rotary cut it. I think it's a beautiful pattern, but I do love a red and white or red and cream quilt. So here we go again. If you go to eBay and you type in Sweetwater quilt pattern or strawberry pie quilt pattern, it will come up. I have not looked on Etsy, but it might be there as well. I hope you learned something new today. Please like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And leave a comment below. If you want to see all that stuff I bought today at a slower pace instead of in a short, let me know and I'll make a video. Thanks. Bye.